Hello guys, welcome to SimUK. It's been 38 years since the very first Microsoft Flight Simulator released in 1982, and at last Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, although that's not the official name, is available for pre-order. Now I'm sure you probably already know that, and I'm sure many of you have already jumped in and pre-ordered, but perhaps some of you are unsure which version is right for you, and that's hardly surprising because it gets pretty complicated. Well, today in this video I'm going to make it abundantly clear what you get with each version, where and how you can buy it, and what is the overall best value for money, depending on your needs. Hopefully I can help you decide which version of Flight Simulator is right for you. And even if that's not why you're here, maybe you'll learn something interesting along the way. So let's start by discussing where you can buy Microsoft Flight Simulator, and there are basically three choices available to you. If you want to buy the game in its physical state, that is basically a retail disc in your hand, that will be available in European stores via Aerosoft. Now, I've looked on the Aerosoft site briefly before I made this video, and I couldn't see Microsoft Simulator on the website yet, so it doesn't look like it's available for pre-order at the moment. I'm sure that will populate any moment, or perhaps I even missed it somehow. Now, it's not abundantly clear whether this is going to be physically available in stores. I'm not even sure if they're planning on populating stores. It's not so popular these days. Maybe for Xbox players this is still the way that you buy your games, but certainly for PC players, digital downloads pretty much all the way. Let's face it, we take up enough space with our simulation hardware. We really can't afford any additional space for DVD boxes. So if you're not looking for a physical purchase, then the options for you are obviously a digital purchase, and there are two basic variants here. You've got the outright purchase, and I'll explain this in a moment, which you can buy from the Microsoft Store. Now this means you own the digital rights, a copy of the digital rights. The standard edition is $59.99, that's sterling and US dollars. The deluxe edition is $89.99, again sterling and US. The Premium Deluxe Edition is £119.99, again sterling and US dollar. But you can also get Microsoft Flight Simulator on day one by buying the Microsoft Game Pass, or the Microsoft Game Pass for PC Beta. Or if you want the best of both worlds, then you buy the Ultimate version. Now what you're going to get if you do it this way via the Game Pass is only the standard version. You cannot get the Premium Deluxe or even the Deluxe Edition. And I'm pretty sure you won't be able to buy the Deluxe or Premium Deluxe Edition upgrades and add it to that game. I don't think that will work, but I could be wrong on that point, but I'm fairly certain that isn't going to be an option. Now, it does say on some references, and I've done a lot of research on this, that the PC release is on August 18th, 2020, but they say they will share more information regarding the Xbox release in the future. On the store, the Microsoft Store, they confirm that the standard edition will be available on day one with the Xbox Game Pass for PC Beta. So, it's not clear whether or not you will be able to buy the Deluxe and Premium Deluxe versions for Xbox on day one. I can't clarify that, I'm afraid. Worth noting that Microsoft Flight Simulator is on the Xbox Play Anywhere title list. Basically, if you buy the simulator for PC, then you will then be able to play it on your Xbox as well when it is released for that. The Play Anywhere system is a new initiative that allows Xbox gamers to play their games on PC and for PC gamers to play their games on their Xbox. Now this only applies with any first-party Microsoft Studio published game that is purchased digitally, and it works both ways. So it's worth noting that perhaps, if you are looking to get the PC, if you are looking to get the Xbox version, you might be able to navigate your way around by buying the PC version and then utilizing the Play Anywhere initiative. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not recommending that you do that. That seems like a very potentially dangerous way of doing it, but theoretically, maybe that's something you can look into if there is going to be a delay on the Xbox release. So, what do you get with each version of Microsoft Flight Simulator? Well, the Microsoft Flight Simulator Standard Edition, that's $59.99, will include 20 highly detailed planes with unique flight models. 37,000 airports are available in the simulator, and you get 30 handcrafted, highly detailed airports as well. Now that's part of the standard version. I won't read out all of them, but I will focus on the additional planes and airports that you get with the other editions. So the Deluxe Edition, which is $89.99, will give you 5 extra aeroplanes. The DA-40 TDI, the DV-20, the Beechcraft Baron G58, the Cessna 152 Aerobat, the Cessna 172 Skyhawk, and obviously that's a mainstay for training pilots. So in total, you will have 25 aircraft with the Deluxe Edition for $89.99. You also get 5 additional handcrafted international airports: Amsterdam, Cairo, Cape Town International, O'Hara International, and Adolfo Suarez Madrid. That's 35 handcrafted international airports in total. The Premium Deluxe Edition for $119.99, again that's sterling and US dollars, will give you an additional 5 planes. The most exciting, of course, being the 787-10 Dreamliner from Boeing, the SR-22, Virus SW-121, the Cessna Citation Longitude, and the Shock Ultra. So that is 30 aircraft in total. And you will also get another 5 additional handcrafted international airports. That's Denver International, Dubai International, Frankfurt, Heathrow, which is especially important for Brits like myself, San Francisco International, bringing the total up to 40 international handcrafted airports on the Premium Deluxe Edition for $119.99. So what is the best value for money then? Now, I will try and be as accommodating as I possibly can on this section because there are so many variants. Depends on your preferred platform, the level of simulation that you're actually looking for, and various other factors that need to be considered too. It seems to me that it makes sense that we start with the least cost-effective method and then finish with the best deal. You might be a little surprised in the order in which they will appear. So, based on my calculations, the least best value for money is going to be, now this is unless you already have the Game Pass, then it's going to be the Xbox Game Pass / PC beta variant. That's going to be the least best value for money. And I guess by proxy, I have to also include the Ultimate version in that as well. Obviously, if you already do have Game Pass, then there's no need for you to buy any version at all. At the very least, this will allow you to try it out before you consider plunging in and buying one of the advanced package options. And I think personally what you get with Game Pass is very good value for money, just so long as you don't already own pretty much every single game that's available in the list. And there's lots of them, but I, obviously working as a YouTuber who reviews games, have pretty much every single game that's on that list. So for me, it's not viable, but for you, that might be a fantastic deal. And certainly, if you already have it, then just stick with that, try out the game first. If you really like it, then invest in the bigger deal. So theoretically, that is the best option for you if you have Game Pass already. But if you don't own Game Pass, then there are some big issues with this approach. You do not own the digital rights. Now, I don't expect Microsoft Flight Simulator to be removed from the Xbox Pass for at least a year, but at some point it might be removed. Then you will have no choice other than to buy it as a digital download. Now, you might get a good deal at the end of it, so I don't know how much that's going to cost you, but if we calculate it as it is at the moment, the Xbox Pass Ultimate for a year is going to cost you £121.89. The Xbox Pass Console is going to cost you £95.88 a year, and the Xbox PC Beta, which has a special price at the moment, is going to cost you £44.89. In the normal price, that is also going to be £95.88. So if you're not 100% sure that you want to get Microsoft Flight Simulator, if you haven't been waiting 38 years for its arrival, then at the moment you can get the PC Beta for £1 a month. And if you wait until the release date of Microsoft Flight Simulator, you could get it at that price and test the game out for £1, plus you get like 200 other titles available to you. So although I'm not putting that down as my best price, that is a very good way to test out and see if you like the game. That is by far the cheapest way to see if Microsoft Flight Simulator is any good for you. But what you need to take away from this is that after a year, you still do not own that game. Also, you can only get access to the basic version by doing this. Now this is perfect for casual gamers, those who are new to the flight sim, or those who just want to try it out. And as you can cancel the monthly subscription at any time, this is a great option for those who are not absolutely chomping at the bit to get access to this. Although it's my least best value for money, it can also be the best way to try out Microsoft Flight Simulator and see if it's right for you. So next up is the physical purchase. Now, regardless of which version you buy, you are going to be limited to owning a single hard copy of the disc, and compact discs are not indestructible. Despite Tomorrow's World trying to prove otherwise in 1981 when they scratched that CD and then played it, CDs and DVDs can be stopped from working with a single thumbprint. If you lose it or it breaks, then it's gone for good and you have no way of getting that back. Plus, any patches and updates that will be needed to be downloaded will have to be done separately. You might be able to do that in the game, but then if you move to a new PC, everything you install will have to be done manually again. It's not the best option. Digital versions then, in my humble opinion, are the best value for money. But which one? Well, rather unsurprisingly, this does come down to you and what you want. It's clear that the included additional aircraft and airports with the upgraded versions are heavily discounted by buying it outright straight away. You can of course buy the upgrades later, but this could easily double the price that you're going to pay. So what it comes down to ultimately is how certain are you that this is going to be something you will invest your time and money into. Now personally, I think for £119 it's very expensive. It really is very expensive. You're going to get 30 highly detailed aircraft and 40 highly detailed international airports. Now for me, when you break that down over a year's price, you're looking at something like £11 a month, which is an incredible deal. That's slightly more than you would pay for the Xbox Pass option, which is great if you just want to try it out, especially with their current deals. But at the end of the year, I will own that outright, and nobody can ever take it away from me. Nobody can say, oh, it's not available anymore, you'll have to buy a copy. I will have it for life. And Microsoft Flight Simulator, I still have Microsoft Flight Simulator, the original, and I've got that in box version, obviously, because that was the only way you could buy it. And I know for a fact, I would still play that game today. I have that installed on my PC today. So I know that this is a worthwhile investment. And I think personally, £110, although when I first saw it, I was kind of expecting about £100. When I first saw it, I did have to think for a whole day. I slept on it. I woke up the next day. I thought, £11 a month for a lifetime of flight simulation with this level of detail, that actually works out as a pretty good deal. So that's my breakdown. Now, it's not going to be perfect for everybody. You're not all going to agree with me. I'm not asking you to. Please comment below if you agree. If you don't agree, if you have alternative suggestions, I'm open to discussion. So please hit the like button, subscribe, get your ass down to the Microsoft Store and get your hands on this absolutely fantastic looking game. One thing I do need to mention is I haven't played this. I haven't had access to the alpha or the beta that's coming up, unfortunately, but I will be dedicating a lot of my time to this game. Flight simulation is how Sim UK actually started, and I think it's about time I got back into it. So thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves until next time. Goodbye.